With no resolution to the ongoing conflict, the tribe has issued another letter threatening access to the roads, adding 3 additional roads, and demanding the town is hereby noted to vacate and quit all maintenance and surrender possession of Indian lands. The non-tribal property owners on the road in question have raised several complaints to both the tribe and the town of Lac du Flambeau, proclaiming that they are being bullied and are victims of an issue much bigger than they have any control over.
There are a number of full-time residents that are up here that have had their lives torn apart by this whole process.
Dave Cavett lives on Center Sugarbush Lane and said there are 68 residents on the 3 immediately impacted roads. These are often individuals who have their whole life savings invested into these properties, who either plan to or have passed these properties down for generations.
I have respected the indigenous population for my whole life. Growing up as a young kid, I've always respected, I admired their way of life.
Cavett said he was never taught the indigenous people were anything other than a part of the United States and how it came to be.
I will tell you that my impression of the tribe has been substantially diminished by the acts of the Lac du Flambeau tribe and the behavior that I've seen them exhibit in the last, 3 years that this has all been going on. Or the absolute hate that some of the tribal members have towards the non-tribal members is just astounding.
Cavett said if nothing more, it's created a tremendous stress on individuals who have focused on, at this point in their life, settling down and enjoying a quiet and peaceful life.
What the tribe is doing right now is infringing upon my rights as a fee simple property owner up here on the reservation, and that's wrong. I obtained my property legally. I legally own it. I believe that the federal government created this whole action. I believe that in creating this action through the Dawes Act, that they didn't intend on the tribe to be able to sell property up here and not provide access to it.
Cavett said the tribe could have taken this issue to the federal government without putting innocent people in the middle. According to the tribal president, John Johnson Sr., the issue was never with the non-tribal residents. It's only been about preserving the treaty that has been violated for the last 77 years.
A lot of these easements were signed back in 1963 and 1964. They came up in the year 2013 and 14, and they haven't been addressed yet. And so we're trying to address them now, get everything figured out for the future generation of our tribe. And we're trying to work with the town of Lac du Flambeau to figure these out. We gave them a list of what we wanted, and for 17 months, they never took us seriously.
Johnson said that he is sympathetic to the residents affected, but wants people to understand the frustration has been getting the town to cooperate.
Everybody is saying, hey, you guys are the bad guys. We're not. We're trying to figure this out. And we came up with a yearly permit system that would keep everything intact for future generations so this wouldn't happen again to our tribe.
The town was given the option to pay yearly permits to allow access, which would have saved them money, but Johnson said the town was unwilling.
They wanted a forever lease across our land, which we can't provide because in our Constitution, as a Lac du Flambeau band of Lake Superior Chippewa Indians, we can't even do that for our tribal members.
Johnson said as the conflict stands right now, the United States and the town of Lac du Flambeau are in litigation, and until a judge determines a decision, there is nothing the tribe can do. Johnson said in the meantime, he wants people to understand that he is not the enemy and that it is his duty to make sure that the tribe's treaty rights are upheld for the future of his people.
But I just want it to be known out there in our lands that we have right now, when these people were behind the barricades, we did everything we could for them. We plowed their roads, we let them out, they went to the doctors, they got their mail, they had everything. We had police patrolling, and it came at a price for our tribe. And nobody recognized that. And here we are today talking about it.
Johnson said he believes the residents should be upset, but should direct their concerns to the town of Lac du Flambeau.
I think you have every right as a resident to go down to the town hall and speak to your supervisors and ask them why they're not figuring this out. Right now they're trying to place it in our hands. They're dragging us through the mud, through the papers, and you know what? We're resilient people. Look what happened to us throughout our whole lives. And now we're finally fighting back, and this is what the repercussions are.
Back on Center Sugarbush Lane, Cavett said if he could sell his property tomorrow, he would be out in a heartbeat. But because of the conflict, the value of his property has substantially diminished.
I'm angry, I am. And I just want this thing to be resolved.
Reporting from Lac du Flambeau, Shauna Johnson, Newswatch 12.